Hi, it's Ida, and I wanted to send you this quick video email just to show you some ideas and some images. And it's a lot easier than trying to type it up on, you know, text-wise. So I know you're asking about flooring and colors for the home, so I just wanted to kind of go over some of the feedback that I've received, specifically for your home, and how you can look at some of these examples and decide what is the best course of action, I guess. So obviously, the main thing that I think we already talked about this, but I just want to kind of just go over the design is, a designer, an interior designer comes in and really wants to reflect your personality, highlight the features of the home, and you work, on the balance, the focal points, the rhythms, the textures, etc., to kind of highlight the things that you have, and also to highlight the architecture of the home. Now, when we're doing the fixings for sale or staging to sell, our main focus is how do we make it look enticing, make it look bigger, more inviting, and brighter. So those are some of the things that we really want to focus on. And stagers always focus on what they want to highlight in a room or in the home. So there's obviously focal points in staging as well. So when you walk into the room, what is that emotion that you want to really have them feel or create? So I wanted to just go over some of the stuff here and just show you some examples. So here's an example of the light wood. So we were discussing the wood colors in your property. So one of the things that the light wood will bring out is obviously it makes it kind of look more expansive, especially if you have kind of matching walls. It kind of makes it seem like it's never ending, kind of blends in. And what designers usually do, or even stagers, what we want to do is we really want to create contrast. So you'll see with light floors, you want to have the dark accent, the darker furniture, to really bring that contrast and to bring attention. Because the minute that contrast happens, your eyes are drawn, and it highlights not only the design or the layout of your furniture, but it also highlights the floors. And here you can kind of see, and the accents, everything else around it is darker, so the wood floors really stand out. So here's another example. Now on this one, you can see that there's not that much contrast, so everything kind of just blends in. So I want to kind of have this just as an example of the fact that you have darker furniture, lighter. Actually, this is more mid-tones. It's not so much lighter, but it looks like it's more of a mid-tone, which is probably what you want to look at, is somewhere in the mid-tones. That's on the lighter side. But you have the darker furniture, and to be able to utilize that as staging while the home, is being sold, so that you can utilize it as well. That will really pop your furniture, and you can see all the different accents that are there as well. So let's look at another one. So here's another one, but this one, obviously you can't see too much of the wood floors there, but it kind of gives you an idea because the walls are darker and it creates that contrast, and the furniture, and of course the huge rug there. So it's covering most of that, but it was a good example. So here's another one. This I wanted to kind of show you because it really makes the contrast, so you really pay attention to the contrasting areas and the details. So this one's a little on the ultra modern side, but it kind of shows what we're talking about. Here's another one. This is lighter floors, and you can see the contrast, right? All the framing around is dark, so it creates a nice contrast with the floors, and it really brings the eye to the contrasting areas. And of course you can see the dark textured rug here as well. And then they decided to go with the lighter furniture because they're creating enough of a contrast everywhere else. So that's one. And then let's look at some darker side. I just wanted to kind of show you both sides because it's kind of fun anyways. I personally love looking at this kind of stuff and understanding how the human mind works. So I thought you would enjoy it. So here is the darker. And you can tell how the dark wood kind of makes the furniture pop and everything else around it. See how everything else is light around it, so the furniture is lighter, so it really brings attention and brings contrast, and you notice what's around. Here's another one. So this has a mix of, obviously the sides are dark, but again, the lighter, that really brings attention and makes you notice the floors, and also brings, and then the lighter walls creates a nice contrast. So here's another one, again, with the darker and then the light, the contrast, and then they got nice colors kind of creating a little bit of a more contrast as well. So again, here's another one, dark floors. They got sort of a dark background here as well, but with the lighter furniture and kind of creating that contrast and really bring attention. And here's another one again. So these are just some ideas. I just wanted to show you because they're kind of fun to look at. And then we were talking about the master bath, and my recommendation is to have a stand-up shower there instead of a tub, a jacuzzi tub that you were going to put in there, just because it's the newest trend and it's going to be a lot more functional for the person that's going to be living there, because you already have a tub in the other bathroom. So this will, I think, make it look more updated, and it's just, this is what people are really looking for. Plus, it's a smaller area, and I think it's going to be much more functional. So here are some ideas, and we talked about the different tiles. We actually had this kind of tile put in on the home that sold on Upper Lake, and this is just, the basically the glass is just there. There's no door. It's just you kind of walk in, and it's really nice to have like these little pockets built in, so you can put little shampoos and add some decorations there as well. So obviously you can see most of these have dual shower heads. This one has the rain head. So it's just a preference or, options. I just wanted to kind of pull these out. Now, one of the things that did come as a recommendation is if it is a small area and you have a window that's going to reflect some light. So some tips would be if you put glass with reflective surfaces, even if it is as highlights, it will reflect and bounce the light around, and it will make the room look bigger and brighter with less light. So at night and stuff like that, if that window is not there, it'll still make the room and the shower look larger. And then for the vanity, they suggested, if you can put 2 vanities in there, that would be great for the master. If not, definitely put a large mirror so that it will, again, reflect the light and kind of make the room look bigger and brighter. So those are the 2 things. And I think those were the 2 things that we talked about. And then, keeping in mind, once you get all of this kind of outlined and put together, then we can talk about staging as well. But so you have the darker tiles when you come in. I think what would be good is if you can take that tile and then look at the stains that are available towards the lighter side of the shades, but in the midtones. And I'm sure they'll be able to tell you that. So that would be my recommendation based on, some of the things that we've discussed with some feedback from designers, and also about your bathroom. So it's just suggestions. It's I'm not a designer. I am a stager, so I know, things that sell, some of the features that people are looking for. And of course, how we can stage a home to bring more attention to some of the features that you're finishing off. So for example, I've noticed, your furniture is dark, so obviously lighter floors will definitely help us stage it much better. And you have the colors that are a little bit darker, not too much light, but that will also create some contrast. So all of those kind of put together, like I said, we want to really highlight the beautiful features of that home, because it's going to be a perfect home for somebody. And we want them to feel that when they walk in. Whether that is, that we create contrast with hanging curtains to bring attention there, or tones for the bedrooms, work the colors that you do have there, So they set different shades, and the green gray is actually very in color. So you picked a great color for that. And hopefully this was good. I hope it kind of benefited you, and we look forward to working with you. And good luck, and hang in there. I know it's a lot of work, and we'll hope to make it all pay off. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.